Not picking the salary ones.
But there's lots of spares.
Spare? You call them spares, do you? Okay. Yes, educational, in that we learned that my mother does not care about spare Kerbals. Wait, did we not click launch? Launchpad out of service. Oh.
Oh no, did we blow it up?
Yeah, we blew it up.
Oh no.
Let me fix the launchpad.
Oh, no.
I was like, why isn't it loading?
Uh-oh.
Repair.
Oh, you really do have to repair
No,
it.
you actually did have to repair
Holy
it.
cows, I'm sorry.
Well, again, Steve didn't die.
Take it out of my salary.
Yeah, okay. Now we can launch.
All right, so T for taking it out there.
Need to send mechanic, yeah. And let's make sure to keep the mechanics just waiting there because I have a feeling that's going to happen again. So T to turn on your stability.
Okay.
Now, can I give you a word of advice?
That's all I did last time, and it blew up.
Yeah,
So don't blow it up
Hey!
yet.
Yeah, you were right. I think that it was those modded boosters. I'll play around with those on my own later, but I think that was the issue, is that they were glitching out. So
Okay.
these look a little more sensible, too, we'll say.
All right.
Let me give you a word of advice. You have solid rocket boosters.
Right.
If you get going above about 1,200 meters per second, when you're below 30,000 meters,
Okay.
so 30 kilometers in the atmosphere, if you get going that fast, there's so much friction because the atmosphere is so dense that you start to overheat. And not only does that slow you and make you way, way more inefficient, it can make your whole thing burst into fiery
Okay,
flames.
I don't know what you just said, but just tell me what to do.
Keep your throttle. The boosters, once you light those candles, those don't turn off until they're empty, right?
Right.
But your rocket engine, you can control. So I would start with probably half thrust to see how fast you're accelerating.
Okay.
And you can adjust it as necessary until the boosters are out. Once the boosters are out, you need to go full throttle. So do you remember what the controls are for it?
So this one is tweaking it a
Fine.
little
Yeah,
bit. So
those
there's
two are
half.
fine.
Yeah.
That's 66%. You see how it's divided into thirds?
And that's full, and that's something else.
No, it's Z and X, not X and C.
Oh, okay. That's all the way down, and
Yep.
that's all the way up, and we want to
So go about half.
We want to go half.
So it's between those two middle lines equally.
right there. Oops.
That's 66%. And you press the Windows
Oops.
key. She's pressing the Windows key. If the stream goes dead... Okay, if the stream goes dead, it's not my fault.
Wait.
Okay,
Wait.
so remember, you want to be at 90 on the 90 degree because you're heading east. That's
Right.
the same way the planet's rotating.
All right. So that's C. Okay.
Full thrust is fine. It's 1 point. Okay, so he says full thrust, but actually, I don't know how much fuel we have, so I'm going to, as long as we can get off with less than full throttle, I think I want to save it so that we have enough fuel to get out. So let's go. He says that, you see how it look. So he says full thrust is fine.
Okay. 1.69.
Yeah.
Okay. He knows how to play this.
So do I promise.
He's a rocket scientist.
Yes, okay, so let's go with 2/3 throttle.
Okay.
And when you're ready,
Okay. I'm ready.
are you
Wait,
sure?
wait,
You don't look ready.
Wait. I'm thinking. Steve's ready.
Steve's
Steve's ready. He looks confident.
he's blissfully unaware.
All right. So here's left and right.
Remember, light the candle with spacebar when you're
I know.
ready.
Okay. Here we go. We're
No, a WASD. That's how you control. And you see, that's your fuel right there. So get ready to ditch the boosters.
I thought this made it to go right. Oh,
That's
wait.
no. I said it's WASD. You better
Okay.
get your fingers on there before
Okay.
you need to do
Okay,
something.
Here we go. Wait, we want to go right.
Slowly. Yeah. So see that right there? That's your fuel. When that empties, the solid rocket boosters are done, and you want to ditch them.
Okay.
You ditch them by staging them, which is spacebar, the same button we light everything else.
All
So
right.
how high are you? Tell me how
I'm
high
at,
you are.
3,000 meters.
Okay, how fast are you going?
I'm going. Where's the
Your surface velocity.
surface? It's 270.
So that's in meters per second. We're about to hit Mach 1. If you see up in the top right, our Mach number, we just passed Mach 1.
Okay. So we want to keep turning right.
Okay, good, yeah. I would
going.
turn a little more aggressively.
Okay.
As soon as your boosters are gone, full throttle, and dump them with spacebar.
All right.
So get ready for this.
Okay. Wait.
Get
full
ready.
Throttle. Full throttle.
Space.
Space.
Space. Now full throttle. Okay, good.
Full throttle?
No, you're not full throttle. Here,
Wait, there's full
I got
throttle.
it for you.
Okay.
Okay. Now
Okay.
tip more aggressively.
Okay,
You're
wait,
going up too high.
All right. Tip.
Oh crap! Is this actually gonna work?
Come on. Come on. No. Come on.
No, you're good. Tip more
Okay,
aggressive.
I'm
A little bit
trying,
more
I'm trying,
aggressively.
but it's like bobbing.
Okay, I suppose I probably should have
on.
told you. Okay, your Apple
Right.
apps and your Perry apps. Those are the two highest and lowest points on your orbit, respectively. Okay.
All right.
Once you get your Apple
Highest
apps
and lowest.
above 70,000,
Okay.
Then we're going to want to cut the
that's
engines.
good.
No, keep tilting.
Keep tilting, okay.
Yeah, that's a good angle of attack right there. So watch your apoapse height.
So how do you know what this angle is? Is there a measurement?
Yeah, see, it's right here. You're at...
Okay, 90 degrees.
No,
Wait,
you're at
no.
30 degrees. Sorry. I'm using a big old 4K TV, and I have everything windowed since I don't have a multiple monitor display. And we have it
there's
running
30, I
windowed
see
at
it.
1980. That's why we need to lean forward so
So
much.
now it's about 25.
You can hold down F to temporarily disable. I think she needs SAS as much as possible. So look at our apoapse.
Okay.
Once that gets to 70,000 meters,
70,000.
that is within orbit range. Once we get to that, we're going to slowly reduce the throttle.
Okay.
So watch
Okay.
it.
So once it gets 70.
No, this is reduce the throttle. Control is reduce it slowly.
Yeah, but here.
As soon as we get to 70, start reducing it. Okay,
Okay.
reduce it slowly. Control. Yeah, keep going. Reduce it. Keep going.
Okay.
Okay, you're out of fuel. Perfect. Cut the throttle entirely.
Spacebar?
No,
wait.
no.
wait,
Please.
that's.
Not yet, not yet.
Okay, how do I cut the throttle?
What are your throttle controls?
So.
She's freezing up.
Wait!
Panic! Panic!
Wait, okay, wait.
Cut your throttle.
I don't remember.
Okay, Control and Shift are your fine,
Oh, yeah.
and
okay.
X and Z are your...
So we're going to just go like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Now,
Whew.
look, we ran out of fuel in that stage, but we're not in orbit yet.
So we need to.
Now you want to decouple it. So,
Spacebar.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Ooh, look at
nice.
go.
Now-
Yay.
now we
Okay,
wanna
need
light-
throttle, don't we?
No. We need to
No?
light the engine. It's not activated. If you look down here, you can see that it doesn't show that it's activated. You can do two things.
How do you know? Where does it show?
It doesn't show.
Okay,
See, that's your
got it,
engine.
okay. So we're drifting. We
Yeah.
gotta stop drifting.
You can either press spacebar
Spacebar.
or you can right-click on the engine. I suggest spacebar.
Okay, spacebar.
Now it's activated. What you need to
The
do...
light came on.
Yeah, that means that it's full. So your apoapse, the highest point in your trajectory, I'm going to switch to the map view. Zoom in with your right mouse, the roller bar, sorry,
Okay.
the roller bar. Zoom in. That, now spin around with right click, just like in the hangar, other way. That is your trajectory. You see that? That is the path you're on.
Oh, so that's where we want to go.
No, that's where you're going to
That's
go.
the path that we are going.
Which, if you look at it, you're going right back into the ocean.
Oh,
so when
so
we
we
get
need to
there,
fix that.
we need to burn prograde, which means we need to burn in the direction we're going.
We're going pretty fast there.
So that, see that yellow bar?
Yes.
You're going to get to orbit in second launch. I know. Hurry and do it. So
What? What?
I can't.
Fix it.
Okay, we'll pause. I'm going to pause it. This isn't cheating, is it?
Man,
It's not cheating.
This is stressful.
Look, see, we're going to get to orbit in second launch. Yeah, we are. Well, okay, second and a half launch,
all
right?
right, all right.
It's second and a half.
All right.
So it's paused right now.
You're telling me to do it, and I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Okay, so do you remember your WASD keys? Those are, don't touch them right now because it's paused.
okay.
Those are what control it. Remember how you went left and right to angle your launch? Okay, let me explain something. Your apoapse and periapse, those mean basically your highest point
Yeah.
and your lowest point in your orbit. So
Okay.
we're getting our orbital Poochie back. So let's say Poochie is the planet, right?
Right.
And let's say we took off from right here
Right.
and we went up. The highest point you reached is your apoapse.
Apoapse, okay.
The periapse is the lowest. Ideally, your periapse, if you want to be in orbit, needs to be above 70,000.
Okay. Or else you're just going to go right back into the planet.
You saw that blue arrow?
Yeah, it was
That's
going right
the
back.
big drink.
So periapse has to be.
Yep, see,
We're at-
app highest, P is lowest,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Your periapse is negative 433,000 meters, which means
Okay.
you're going into the ground. To extend your periapse, you don't need to understand this all. It just you're not going to fully grasp all this, I'm sure, in one explanation. But
Right.
to increase your periapse in an orbit, you burn prograde at your apoapse. So if you want to, okay, so let's say your highest.
Can I tell you about cardiac output?
She's a nurse. If that, she's not just
Let me
randomly
tell you
talking about health.
cardiac
If that
output.
matters. So
I'll tell you about that.
okay, they don't want to hear. Nobody wants to hear health stories.
Okay.
It's really bad. You don't want to
Okay.
hear it. So really, if you're your highest point and you want to kick out your lowest point, so your lowest point is under Poochie right now. Your Poochie's tummy is your periapse. If
Okay.
you want to kick that out,
Right.
you burn the direction you were going
Yes.
at your highest point.
At your highest point.
That yellow circle, do you see on your nav ball
Right
there?
here. Yes.
That is your prograde marker, which means that is the direction you are traveling.
Okay.
You want to burn prograde, which means you want
Prograde.
to point
Your
directly
your
in.
highest point
Yeah,
in the
directly in.
apoapse.
You want to have your nav ball pointing directly at that, and you want to then burn when you're at your apoapse or near about. You're only 19 seconds from it, right?
Ooh.
So you need to, as soon as I unpause this, and then if you want to increase your apoapse, then you would get on the other side and you would burn there. So,
Oh.
Yes, it's a lot to take in, but the gist of it is as soon as we unpause, point your ship into that yellow ball and go full throttle.
All right, full
That's
throttle.
all that talking I did.
Okay.
Full throttle is Z.
Is Z.
And D will aim you right, but you
Yes.
want to aim. And yes, I do know that there is the way to automate on the SAS. You can aim prograde, but I want her to try and do it on her own. That's the whole point. So yeah, I do know that there is the autopilot.
Okay. So,
So-
as soon as we go, I got to turn it so that this is lined up with that.
Yeah, you want to get your. That's the direction your nose is pointing. That's the direction your ship
Oh,
is traveling.
so the nose has to point to
Yeah,
that
just
nose.
like you
Got
as
it.
you were tipping it.
Got it. And then as soon as it hits that, I full throttle.
Yeah.
Okay.
But remember, keep your fingers up here on the WASD. Remember how you're
Yeah,
using
but-
it?
But
Well, I mean, you need to control first and then hit it, so you don't need to put your fingers on it.
okay.
Okay.
All right.
All
right. Let's
okay.
give it a shot.
Let's give it a go.
All right. Here we go. You need to.
It's not. Yeah. So now aim up just a little bit. No, right up. Remember the D key. You can do it. You can do it. No, you're going left and right.
Yeah, wait. So. Whoops. Wait.
Hurry!
I'm
You've
try-
got
I'm
to.
trying.
You're going to. Okay. Just full throttle it.
Full
You're
throttle.
close enough.
Wait. Z. Okay.
Now keep it here. Keep it prograde.
Oh, there we go.
So
okay.
watch your parry apps.
Oh, okay. So that had to be right in that.
That's what I just said.
I didn't.
Did I not say
I
that?
didn't realize that. No. Okay.
Okay, so watch your parry apps. That is your lowest point.
Okay.
What needs to happen is that needs to get above 70,000 meters.
Okay.
Okay? No, don't touch any.
Well, I was,
oh,
just
okay,
gonna, I was
yeah,
gonna put it back in the.
yeah. Okay, so watch that. If it gets above 70,000 meters,
yes.
that means you're in a stable orbit.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, wait. I'm gonna keep it in the little ball.
Yeah, I don't think we went too far past our Apple apps to make this work. I'm pretty sure we had enough leeway. We were only like 2 seconds past it when we
alright.
started our burn.
Okay. Keeping that little ball thing.
And orbital velocity around Kerbal is about 2,300 meters per second.
Is it?
You just did it. You just. Oh, see that?
Wait. What's that mean?
So wait, cut your throttle once it's. Okay, cut your throttle. Cut your throttle. Cut it. X.
Whew.
Okay, press M to go to your map.
M.
M. Now zoom out. The fusion drive mod and use the strongest one to take off. I haven't actually used the fusion drives. Use the zoom out. Yeah, the rollerball. Trying to launch a relay. Oh, yeah, I need to actually get a space station into orbit. Biggest mistake. Zoom out more.
Okay.
Look at that.
Did
You know
I
what that
do
means? Yeah, here, let me adjust the view.
Wow.
Oh.
It's going back. Into...
We're at 61,000. Does anyone think we're going to be dipping into the atmosphere? So we're
So
not
what-
out of the
so
woods
what
yet.
do we do?
Well,
we need to give it a thrust and turn
no,
it the
no, no, no,
other
no.
way.
No, what we need to do is hope that we don't burn off too much speed.
Yeah.
Because once we get to this side, if we burn prograde like we did, it will kick this side out. You aren't in orbit. It's still, yeah. I thought it was, because I was checking our Apple app's height, and that's what I was watching, and I figured we were good, but I didn't realize we had sunk. So we're not out of the woods yet.
Are we moving?
Yeah, oh yeah, we're moving. We're above orbital velocity, but we need to see if we are going to lose too much speed. Okay, here's what I don't know. If we burn a little bit now to keep our velocity up, will that mean that we make... I think that might actually mean that we'll make it through, but we don't have a lot of fuel. So should we do a little burn, or will we have enough velocity to skip through the atmosphere? I'm waiting to see what anyone thinks, because honestly, I don't know. This is really, really borderline. We should be okay.
Okay.
So, okay, while we're waiting to
Get
see
your
if we
slide rule
die.
out.
Yeah, while we're waiting to see if we die, the idea is that, remember, we burned prograde, which is the direction we're traveling,
Right.
at our highest point, and that kicked out our lowest point.
Right.
Now, as we go around to our what we kicked out, we would burn there in the same way to extend this part.
That part
So,
up, so then
you
you
basically,
hopefully get
when
into
you
orbit.
burn, you affect the opposite side of your orbit.
Okay.
So up here, we kick this out. Now when we come around here, we kick,
kick
that,
that
out.
out.
And if we can do that, we'll be stable. Yeah, he says it's high enough that we should wait it out. So we are going to go back to your map view. I think we're just about to dip to our lowest. Yeah.
Okay, that is our lowest.
Yes. I don't think we should be getting any atmosphere reentry effects. So you see our speed where it says orbit?
Yeah.
If that drops below about 2,300 meters per second, we've lost too much speed and we cannot...
Ooh,
We
it's dropping slowly.
Yeah, I think we'll be okay. We're about to hit our lowest point. Oh, actually, have we climbed? Yeah, I think we've started climbing.
Oh, we did. No.
Okay, so while we're doing this, I'm going to teach you how to do a maneuver node. Okay.
Wait. I still need to remember all these.
Okay.
So
Don't touch the throttle, but feel free to spin your ship. Use the WASD keys to spin your ship, and just to see how it affects it. Like hold it to actually get a big spin
Yeah, but
going.
aren't I going to ruin what we're doing though?
No, because it's not okay. If we look at our time here,
Yeah.
it's going to be 19 minutes before we get to our Apple apps.
Oh.
We're going to fast forward time, but we have 19 minutes to play with. So get used to spinning your ship really quick.
Okay.
Oh, I can't believe we actually went through
I
that.
know. Huh?
So we're not technically in a low Kerbal orbit until we get above 70,000 for our periaps.
Okay. All right. We're not there.
No, I know. We haven't made a burn. We need a burn to do that. But I'm saying get used to maneuvering your ship really quick, and then we're going to fast forward time.
Okay. There's that. And
No, hold it. Don't keep tapping because
Okay.
that's really, really clicky. Yeah,
Okay.
see? Whee.
Oh. Whoa.
How does Steve look?
Now Steve is really dizzy.
Steve's kind of stoic about the whole thing.
He is.
He's not quite sure.
I think he's in shock.
Yeah. Okay, but do you see how that works?
Yes.
So let me show you what some of the icons mean. You see that
Wait,
circle?
We got to get back in the circle, don't we?
No, because it's going to
we?
drift. No.
Okay.
So you see that circle, the yellow one? That's your prograde. Now
Okay.
spin around 180. Keep going. You see how that one, it looks like a target with 3 triangles coming out of it? It's the same color, but it's 3 triangles, right? That's your retrograde. That means you're now facing the opposite direction you're traveling. So, oops, sorry.
Oops.
Look,
I went too far away. I want to look at the other one again.
okay.
Okay.
If Poochie is our rocket, see our space Poochie,
Yes.
this is the capsule, right?
Okay.
We're going this way. That is pointing prograde.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we're going to set up the maneuver node as soon as I explain this. But yeah, that's a good idea. Otherwise, we're going to shoot past it. This is prograde, right?
Okay.
This is where the capsule's looking.
Yeah.
This is pointing retrograde. You see, we're traveling that way, but we're aiming the opposite direction. So that's
Okay.
what that other one means, is that's traveling retrograde, that's traveling prograde.
Prograde.
If you want to decrease your orbit, we're not going to do that right now.
Okay.
You burn prograde.
Okay.
So when you're burning this way, it's
Go
slowing
back
your
first.
orbit down here, yeah.
Okay.
But what we want to do
Okay.
is set up in a maneuver node. That tells
Okay.
us how much we're going to have to burn and where we're going to have to face.
Oh, boy.
So press your map. It's not actually that complicated. So you see those 2 blue little tags?
Yes.
That blue circle is our orbit, which isn't really a full orbit.
Right.
Hover your mouse over those 2 little tags. What does that say? Read that to me.
61,500.
What does it say before that?
Kerbal per.
Periaps.
Yeah, periaps.
Okay, now go to the other one.
And this will be the
Apple apps.
Apple ops.
Way out there. 331,000.
Yeah.
So we want to kick our periaps out, which means we need to burn an apoaps. So click on the tag, left click on that tag, and add a maneuver.
Okay.
You see how those icons look just like your nav ball?
Oh, yeah.
The prograde one, remember if we burn prograde, that
This
kicks
one.
our the opposite side out. So pull that just a tiny bit.
Oh, okay.
Click on it and drag it down. Okay, let go. Now go over to the gold. You see that gold? That shows us what our new one will be after that burn. So how high does it say?
89.
Okay, we're going to play this safe, and we're going to go to 100 because I don't know if you're going to get it exact. So pull it a little more. And there are better, more precise ways to check this, but this is your first time. Pull it a little more. We want to get at least above 100,000. Okay.
103.
Okay.
All right.
Now, perfect.
Okay, good.
Press M. You don't know what you did, but you're gung ho.
I'm
Dadgum, I'm going to do a thing.
I'm doing
Okay,
it.
do you see that new blue arrow on our nav ball?
Yes, I do.
Point at that.
Okay.
No, like your ship, I mean. You can
What?
right click on the tags to keep the numbers on screen. Oh, cool. I didn't know that. Learning new. This is actually more helpful for me than it is for you. Aim your ship at it. We're going to make it super simple.
Where's
so
my ship?
it doesn't matter. Look at the nav ball. Yeah, we're all learning. It's like, yeah, thanks. We're all learning something new. So don't use the mouse for this.
Okay.
Okay, faster. The blue arrow. See the blue arrow? That's your...
Oops.
Oh, you see what that blue arrow is? Not the light blue. I mean the dark blue.
Yeah.
Point at that. That's called your maneuver node. And what we just created is a burn that will give us a certain result that we wanted. We wanted to get to 100,000 meters for our periaps, right?
Right.
Or 100 kilometers.
Right.
So see what it says. The node is going to come up in 14 minutes.
Oh.
We need to burn 31 meters per second. That's a very, very small amount. For this engine, remember we needed...
That's like a second.
remember we had to get to 2,400 meters per second to get into orbit. So that's
Right.
a really, really slow burn. Luckily, this engine is really, really, it's not weak. It's just, it's a very subtle engine. So once we get there to the maneuver node, you see the timer?
Yeah.
What you want to do is do the burn to get that number is going to decrease, and you want to stop it as close as possible to 0.
Okay.
Because that means it's going to do what you said you want to do. So what you did is created a guide,
Okay.
right? Your node is a guide that says, I want X results. You want to follow that bar. You're going to see it will decrease as you're doing it. You want to stay as close to that guide you said as possible to get the results you wanted to achieve. Does that make sense?
Kinda.
Okay, well, you'll see.
Yeah. We'll see
So
what
I'm going to
happens.
fast forward time.
Okay.
Quick save, because, disasters. So I'm going to quick fast forward. You see how our
'Cause we
time's
don't wanna
speeding
sit
up?
here for
Yeah.
12 minutes
Yeah,
until
nobody
it
wants to
happens.
sit there and just watch us chatter. That's
Yeah.
we've got radio chatter. So see, look at the timer.
Okay.
I'm going to stop it at about 1.5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, so what you want to do is as we approach, make sure you're pointed at it, right?
Which we are.
Okay. And as we get within like 5 seconds,
Yes.
5 to 7 seconds, start using your throttle, although don't full throttle. Do
Shift
not
it-
full
shift it-
throttle.
shift
Yeah,
and control.
shift.
And shift is full, control is
So once we get close there,
so not full throttle.
I know we
Well,
don't need math
the-
degrees. We just need mods for that. Yep, mods instead of math.
But isn't this full?
No, Z and X are full. Remember,
Okay,
these are
okay.
your
Oh, that's
fine
right,
controls.
fine,
Yeah.
Okay.
I would also suggest keeping 2 fingers on the A and D to adjust your left and right.
Okay.
So use 2 fingers on shift and control.
Okay.
The old claw. See, look, the claw.
Got it.
It's like the claw when I have to play Dark Souls when I'm rolling. I keep my finger in the hook. That's actually how I have to play Zelda too, because of where they put the sprint button.
Okay, so we're not gonna
30 seconds.
30 seconds. So we're gonna shift is full. I mean,
Yeah, I know. I think I've watched more Scott Manley than I have TV in the past year.
okay. So when it gets to
About 7 to 5 seconds, start slowly burning, and you're going to see the meters per second number. That's how much velocity change you need. It's going to start going down, and once it gets low, slow your throttle.
okay, start going now. 4. Yeah.
Yeah, go. Yeah, okay. So you see? Okay, good. Don't increase. Yeah, increase a little bit. No, increase. Now slow it. Slow it. You need to do a little more. 2 more meters per second. Yeah, keep it like that. Okay, stop. Cut it. Okay, now go back to your map view.
Okay.
Yeah, because I haven't actually played. There is that the weapons mod. What is it called? Yeah, there's a mod for weapons. You know which one I'm talking about. I haven't actually played that, but yeah, creating ICBMs. Okay, let's take a look at our map to see if we did it. Oh, we need to delete our maneuver node. I will delete that for you.
Okay.
Yeah, BD Armory. There we go, the armory. So we click on X because we finished that.
Okay.
And let's see. Now click on those two.
Okay. Let's see. 105.
And what's the other one?
That's good. 391.
Guess what that means?
Uh-oh.
What?
Wait, it said
No, you're fine.
Steve isn't going to make it for a
Why,
second.
why did it say... There's no label that says Steve is not
But
going to make it.
but there
No,
was something that did. There was another thing
no,
right there.
no, it didn't say Steve is
It
not going to
did.
make it. There's no Steve is not going to make it.
See, you just saw it.
That's the name of the ship.
Oh.
Okay, you're allowed to celebrate. You just made it into orbit.
And Steve is going to make
Orbit. Yeah, Steve is going to... That's the name of the ship.
Oh. I didn't know.
Steve isn't going to make it. Well, actually, can I be the bearer of bad news here?
What?
Did anyone else see this